Hey guys, and welcome to our next math video. Hey guys, I realize that the sun is shining in really bright on my window, and I'm sorry about that. But we're going to have a short video today, okay? So hopefully it won't bother you for too long, and then I'll slide the board up, and that'll help too. All right, guys, so here's our number riddle of the day. Are you ready to solve it? Okay, so we're going to read through the clues together like usual. Then you can push pause, solve it by yourself, and then push play, and we'll talk about it, okay? So here's our number riddle clues. The first one says, I am one of these numbers. 27, 72, 39, 93. Okay. I am more than 41. And our last clue says, I am less than 90. All right, so use these clues. Go ahead and push pause, try to figure out the answer to our number riddle, and then push play, okay? Okay, guys, now that you've pushed play, let's talk about our clues together. So the first one says, I am one of these numbers. Let's read them again together. We've got, read them with me, 27, 72, let's turn it in a little bit, 39, 93. Okay, so that's pretty simple. We don't really have to do anything, do we? We just know it's one of those four numbers. Now our next clue says, I am more than 41. Okay, so let's go back up here to these numbers. Let's scoot this up. Let's go back up here to the top to these numbers and see which ones are more than 41. Is 27 more than 41? No. So we know it's not 27, right? 27 is less than 41. It's smaller than. All right, I am more than 41. 72. Is 72 more than 41? Sure is. Okay, so we're going to leave that one alone. So it could be that one. Let's go on to our next one. 39. Is 39 more than 41? Nope, it's smaller. So let's mark out 39. All right, now let's go to our last number. 93. Is 93 more than 41? Yep, sure is. Okay, let's head on down to our next clue then. You ready? Let's scoot it back so we can read it together real quick. I am less than 90. Less than 90. So remember that in your head, and I'm going to slide this back up, and then we're not going to be able to see that clue. I am less than 90. Let's see. We've got two numbers that are not marked off. 72. 72 less than 90? Yep, it is. 72 is fewer than 90. Okay, let's go on to our other one. 93. Is 93 less than 90? Nope, 93 is more. So we're going to mark out our 93. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Do we have one number left? We sure do. 72. So we know that our number riddle was one of these numbers because it told us that. We knew our number riddle says I am more than 41. Is 72 more than 41? Yep, sure is. All right, how about our last one? I am less than 90. Is 72 less than 90? Yep, sure is. Okay, guys, nice job. So the answer to our number riddle is 72. Okay, so I'm going to erase our board now, and we're going to get started with our lesson today. And I told you it was going to be a little bit shorter, right? Okay, so let's erase. All right, so I'm going to go a little bit out of order today. And first, I am going to show your learning coach their SOL for the day, okay? And I know that normally I do our I can sentence first before the SOL, but today I wanted to switch it up a little bit, okay? And give those learning coaches, I wanted to give you guys the SOL first. So the SOL states that the student will recognize the attributes of a penny, nickel, dime, and quarter and identify the number of pennies equivalent to a nickel, a dime, and a quarter. Now, the reason that I wanted to do this SOL first was learning coaches so that I could get your part kind of out of the way and then get on to the kiddos, okay? So, learning coaches, I want us to go back and really kind of go in depth in this SOL so that you know exactly what is expected of your student pertaining to money, because I know it's a huge deal when we start money. And I know that on the OLS, there are different things listed on money. And so this is the Virginia standard. So this is, like I said, this is what you really need to be focusing on. Even if the OLS wants you to do a little bit more, then that's fine. But just know in your head that, okay, this is truly all my child is expected to do right now. Okay, so if they're not quite to a more advanced state yet, don't worry about it. You're good. Okay, so they're going to recognize the attributes of the coins. Essentially what that means is they're just going to identify them. That you need to be able to put out a handful of coins and say, okay, find me all the pennies, find me all the nickels, find me all the dimes, find me all the quarters. What is this? What coin is this? And how much is it worth? Okay, that's all in kindergarten they're expected to do. Know those attributes so that they can identify the coin and know how much they're worth. Now, if they know how much they're worth, this next part makes complete sense. Be able to identify the number of pennies equivalent to a nickel, a dime, a quarter. So if they know the quarter's worth 25 cents, then they know that there are 25 pennies in a quarter. It goes hand in hand, okay? All right, guys. Okay, boys and girls, now we are back to you, I promise, okay? So you heard me telling your learning coach that we are starting money. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. Money, it's kind of a big deal, isn't it? Yep, I'll bet you that you might have your own piggy bank or some kind of a container that you put your money in, don't you? I bet you do. Well, today we are going to start learning how to count that money, because you're going to learn all about how to identify coins. So your I can sentence says, and I'm going to read it and then I'll get you to repeat it, okay? I can identify coins and their worth. Now, identify, you know that from calendar class. Identify just means pretty much to tell you. So I can tell you the coins and their worth. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. So, okay, now I want you to repeat it with me. I can identify coins and their worth. Very good. Okay, guys, so today what we're going to be doing is I've got 4 pages for you that I'm going to show you, and I have a little poem to go with each coin, okay? And guess what? That's all we're going to do today is read over this poem, okay? And talk about each coin just a little bit. So the first coin that we're going to talk about is a penny. Let me try to get it up here in the shadow. A penny. Now, the penny's little poem says, penny, penny, easily spent, coppery brown, and worth 1 cent. Now, these poems are not just for fun. Sometimes poems are for fun, but poems also help you to remember things better, okay? So if you are looking at some coins and you go, oh my goodness, what is that one? Well, guess what? If you see a coppery brown coin, like this one, then you know it is a penny. So let's say this coin, or this poem back again. You ready? Penny, penny, easily spent, coppery brown, and worth 1 cent. Pretty cool, huh? All right, now here's our next one. All right, our next coin is called a nickel. A nickel is one of those silver coins, and it looks pretty big, but it's not the biggest one, okay? So it's kind of the middle one. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat. It's really thick. You're worth 5 cents. I know that. So a nickel is silver, and it's thick and fat. And how much is it worth? 5 cents. 5 cents. Okay, now we're going to move on to our dime. Our dime is our next coin. So, the dime's poem says, dime, dime, little and thin, I remember. You're worth 10. So your dime is that teeny tiny little silver coin, the really little one. That's called a dime, and it's worth 10. Dime, dime, little and thin. I remember. You're worth 10. All right, guys. Now on to our last one, our last coin, and I bet you everybody knows this one before I even talk about it. A quarter. A quarter. Have you ever went to a store and there has been a bubblegum machine or just a prize machine or something, and you have to put a coin in, and then you turn the knob and you get out your prize or your bubblegum or your candy or something? That coin is a quarter. So, quarter, quarter, big and bold. So the quarter is the biggest coin that we're going to talk about, okay? You're worth 25, I am told. So let's read that one more time. Quarter, quarter, big and bold. You're worth 25, I am told. All right, guys. So there are our coins that we are going to be learning about for the next couple weeks. Okay. So like I told you, today's video is going to be real quick and short because all I wanted to do was just to introduce you to those coins because I know it's a lot when we start talking about money, boys and girls. Okay. Now, I am sending your learning coach these papers, okay, so that you guys will have these little poems. Learning coaches, also, I think I've got it set up on the email to where each of the little pieces of the poem only just takes up about a quarter of the page. So if you want to print this out, it's only going to take up one page, okay? And I even printed mine out grayscale, as you can tell, and then just colored it. Feel free to do the same. You don't have to put anything in color by any means, but I just want to let you have that resource so that you can have that poem because it is a really good little poem when you are talking about money. Now, girls, your extra practice for today or for this week is going to be a couple of sheets that help you sort money. So it's going to be a lot of coins all over the page, and it's going to tell you to color the quarters one color, and the nickels one color, and the pennies one color, and it's really, really neat. And it helps you figure out which coin is worth what, or it helps you to identify which coins. That way you can also figure out which coins are worth what. Okay? All right, guys. I hope that you had fun today in our short little video. Take care. Have a good week. Bye, guys.